Welcome to my channel. I'm Gill Bell. I'm a yogi, a realtor, and a mom. I've lived in Airdrie for nearly 40 years. This channel is for you if you're looking for real estate education, yoga videos, or a glimpse into my life in Airdrie. So I've been a yoga teacher for 13 years, and I make these videos so I can help you educate and enhance your practice at home. So the Sun Salutation is the backbone of a vinyasa practice. Vinyasa is the Sanskrit word for flow. So anytime you go to a flow class, a Baptiste class, you will see this basic vinyasa broken down or offered in your practice. I will be offering up a more beginner style variation and then a slightly more advanced, and then I'll be going over 3 misalignments that I see very often as a teacher. Okay, so you can take these with you and use them at home or bring them to the studio. Today we're gonna be going over the Sun Salutation A. So I'm gonna break it down. You might need 2 blocks, but feel free to grab whatever you like for your comfort. So before we begin our Sun Salutation, I want to talk a little bit about the loops within our body. There's way more than I'm going to explain today, but the 3 top ones include your hips, your ribs, and your shoulders. The first is the pelvis. Think about finding a neutral pelvis. So avoid the anterior tilt and the posterior tilt. Try to find somewhere right in the middle. Always a soft bend into the knees as well. You want to avoid the splaying of the ribs, putting the spine into an extension. So think about pulling and knitting the ribs in and then drawing them down towards the hip bones, almost like a little baby crunch. When you do that, you'll feel the back of your body expand, especially through the kidneys. The last one is the shoulders. So you want to avoid the rotating of the shoulders forward, but we also don't want to squeeze the blades together. So again, think somewhere in the middle, a little bit more comfy and neutral within the upper back. Then when you're ready, we'll step towards the top of the mat, finding our Tadasana position. Feet come hip distance apart. Again, slight bend into your knees. See if you can feel all those loops in your body before we begin to move. Inhale, sweep arms up. As you exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, lengthen halfway. As you exhale, step back into plank. We'll start the first Sun A on our knees, so drop them down to the earth, squeeze shoulder blades together, pull heart forward. Exhale, lower all the way down. Untuck your toes, inhale, lift up into a tiny back bend. Exhale to release. Tuck your toes, use your knees, press up into downward facing dog. Couple of breaths here. Try not to drop the heels down and flatten out the feet. You're allowed to bend your knees. I want to see more length from your wrists all the way up towards your tailbone. Again, take another big breath in. Exhale, bend through your knees, look forward, step, walk, or float to the front of your mat. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reach all the way up, gaze up. Exhale, hands to heart center. So we'll break that down again. I'm gonna add on a little bit more advanced positioning. Dropping your feet down, shoulder blades draw together. Inhale, sweep up, gaze up. As you exhale, hinge forward. Half lift, breathe in. Exhale to plant your hands, step your feet back. Plank pose. Again, pull heart forward. Exhale, come halfway down, elbows kiss the ribs. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, heels lift. Bend your knees, look forward, step, walk, or hop to the front. Half lift, breathe in. Exhale to fold. Reach all the way up, gaze up. Exhale, hands come to heart. Now that we've gone through what the Sun Salutation looks like, I want to break down Chaturanga especially. So this is when your 2 blocks will be helpful. You'll place them at the top of your mat, about shoulder distance apart. Then, the reason I love to use these is because sometimes we go way lower in our Chaturanga than we need to, and this is when we can get a lot of rotator cuff injury. So your fingertips come right behind the blocks. You step back into plank, pull shoulders together, come down until your shoulders touch the blocks. Press back up. That is your chaturanga. You only need to go down halfway versus what I see a lot of the time. We're in plank, we come down this far, then we lift up. So trying it with the blocks, give it a couple of repetitions and then see how that feels in your body. So we're also gonna break down a half lift position. Think about when you're hinging forward. I see a lot of spinal flexion here, and when we come into the half lift position, that sort of stays the same. What I want to happen in our forward fold and in our half lift is a nice flat back. Like think, I want to be able to eat dinner off of your back, okay? So the plate needs to be completely level. The first movement here isn't your spine, it's your hips. So think about sending the hip bones back, trying to like close a car door with your bum. Okay, so send hip bones back, again, slight bend into your knees, nice flat spine all the way down. And then when you come up halfway, it's the same thing. The only thing that changes is the rotation through the hips. The back is not moving whatsoever. So this is your half lift position, neck is in line with spine, flat back. You can also do this if you have nice long arms with your hands on the ground. Another big concern that we see within the Sun Salutation is our down dog. So again, thinking about trying to ground those heels is not going to serve you. It's going to flex out through the knees, or extend out through the knees, sorry. And we want to find that long line from wrist to tail. So we're here, squeezing shoulder blades together, tilting the tailbone up, pull your belly in, find that kidney loop, so pulling the low ribs in towards hip bones, and then lengthen up through the arms. What the extension in the spine would look like is this, so we don't want to find that, and we also don't want to drop the heels and round the back. If you have a lot of dorsiflexion in your heels or in your ankles, then you will be able to drop them down to the earth. So now we're going to try to bring it all together, remembering the breakdown of our half lift, our down dog, and our chaturanga. So coming towards the top of your mat, find Tadasana, draw the shoulders together, pull belly in, inhale, sweep arms up. Exhale, hinge forward, again, send the bum back, flat spine. Inhale, halfway. Lengthen from tail all the way to crown. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back into plank. Again, try not to press the shoulder blades up. We want to squeeze the shoulder blades together, pull heart forward, come halfway down, no more. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a big full breath in, activate through your core. Lengthen from wrist to tail, spread your fingers wide. Inhale to lift heels, exhale to bend your knees, look forward, step towards the top of your mat. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach all the way up, gaze up. Exhale, hands fall to heart center. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, make sure you like and subscribe, and let me know if you learned anything in the comments.